want to see one more stand-up comedian, maybe? All right, wonderful. Give a warm, loud round of applause for the very funny Allie Lawrence. There you go.
Oh my gosh, Monday night. How are we feeling? Excellent, excellent. I'm so happy to be here. Ryan and Ephraim are saving late night. Yeah. It's been a dream to have a late night spot, and tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. And I'm glad that it's so hot with so many hot folks in this crowd. You guys are heating up this room. I am Allie. I was the quiet kid growing up. Anybody else? Yes, not too loud, just like we like it. A little hand raise, we don't want to scare anybody. I was with an uncle recently, and he goes, yeah, it's pretty cool you're doing the whole comedy thing, considering you were so goddamn quiet as a kid. I don't want to make you feel weird, but you were pretty painful to talk to. Awesome. Hey, I'm Allie, and I've never felt weirder in my life after that. It's funny to me because it never goes the other way, you know? You never hear someone say, oh, you're working at the library? That seems a little backwards considering you never shut the fuck up as a kid. How'd you get into that? Good for you, good for you. I do run at a pretty anxious octane. I started some anxiety meds not too long ago. Hell yeah. We love to be medicated. And I started these meds, and I immediately started shitting blood. So, if you thought you were anxious before, might I suggest shitting blood? It actually cured me. I shat the anxiety right out. I was talking to my mom recently, and I said, God, I hate being on my period. And she said, Allie, you're not on your period, you're having it. And I was like, quite literally, I'm on it, I'm in it, I'm all up on my period blood. She said, Allie, stop saying period, it's vulgar. Turns out her word of choice is menstruation, which is actively disgusting. So I can't wait to call her next month to tell her that I'm shitting blood out of both holes. Yeah, I think she'll get a kick out of that. She'll get a kick out of that. My parents were pretty restrictive with social media and technology growing up. Before I could get a Facebook, they had me watch The Social Network. A fine film, a fine film. My mom sat me down and she said, Allie, this website was made to rank women. Are you sure you still want one? And I said, yes, please. I'd rather not be a social pariah my entire life. So I got on that website and I said, hello, boys. Tell me how hot I am. First week, this kid from my class messages me and he says, hey, big forehead, get fucked. So it feels good to be on Mark Zuckerberg's interwebs. He has created a wonderful playground for us all, not at all the downfall of society. Not to worry, you guys, I did not get fucked, I got bangs. So, we're doing okay. It fixes all, it fixes all. I recently saw my mom, which was awesome because I needed some new material. Okay, yeah, we've got some mom heads in the crowd. We were in Buffalo, New York, where she grew up, and she was introducing me to people. She would say, this is my daughter, Allie. And they would go, oh, what do you do? And I would say, I'm a barista in Brooklyn. And my mom would go, no, tell them what you do in the night. Go on, tell them what you do in the night. I do love being a barista by day. I love to get into my coffee grind, my milky flow. I love to say stuff like, yeah, I've got a big cup of milk for my little milky baby. You guys will never believe that, but the customer hates that. So I've got to say, latte for Gary. Latte for Gary. I often have a job freak out. You know, I'm like, what am I doing? What was I made for? As Billie Eilish said. And then it gets to be pretty late at night, and I'm searching the internet, and I think, oh, I should be an orthodontist. And then I think, no, I never had braces. I couldn't relate to the client. And then it gets to be a little later, and I think, and teeth are why I don't believe in God. So I'm stuck with being a barista for now. We had a man come in this week, and he ordered an Americano, a slice of cheesecake, and a cookie. And I said, amazing, anything else I can get for you? And he goes, why the hell is it amazing? And I was like, well, if we can't live for 2 treats and a coffee, then what the fuck are we doing? Everything feels bad. It actually feels bad now. Yeah, as I said, I'm getting older. I'm older than all my coworkers. I work with a lot of high schoolers. And we had this guy come in. He slid his number over to one of the 17-year-olds, and she said, oh, sorry, I have a boyfriend. So he slid it to the other one. And she went, actually, I'm a child. Yeah. And then he turned to leave, and I said, oh, but my liege, I am of age. He was not interested. He left faster than he came in. That is all right. I'm not into pedophiles. Not into pedophiles. Not all hope is lost for me, you guys. I did have a meet cute on the subway. I met my boyfriend that way. Hell yeah. It happens, it happens. He complimented my smile, and when I told my mom the story, she goes, what the hell were you smiling about on the subway? I was like, oh, can't I have anything? But yeah, it's been going well. I got myself an IUD for Christmas this past year. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to, free myself of some pregnancy anxiety. My sister and I have pretty bad pregnancy anxiety. My sister, hers is so bad after her first kiss, she took a pregnancy test. Mine's not quite that bad, but my mom will not stop calling me every Sunday to say, your sister was a condom baby. So I really wanted her to stop doing that, and she has. I actually did try to get an IUD about 3 years ago, but the practitioner perforated my uterus. Whoops, not supposed to happen. Yeah, it was actually awesome because I've always wondered what it would feel like if the little mouse from the Tale of Despero ran up my cervix and stabbed me with his tiny sword. Does not feel good. Me personally lost all feeling below the waist. But we're good now. The practitioner this time, she did a great job. She reassured me. She said, honey, I used to put these things in on buses. And I said, well, knock me out and neuter me, doc. Yeah. And she did. Now, sex is really cool. It's like there's an electric fly swatter in there. Me and my boyfriend, we both finish, and then you hear zzz, 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 zzz. And he goes, whoa, did we unlock a new orgasm? I say, yeah, babe, that's the sound of my uterus becoming uninhabitable. Sounds pretty sexy. I'll leave you guys with this last little thing. I was talking to my sister recently, and I said, yeah, when you put a tampon in and then your mouth tastes like cotton? And she said, Allie, what? So it turns out that's just a me thing. I've been experimenting with a salted pretzel rod. I've got one marinating in there at the moment. I'll let you guys know the tasting notes at the end of the show. How about that? All right, you guys, I've been Allie Lawrence. Keep it going for Martin Ebro.
Outstanding.